I'm Mark Dresner, and this is the Research Insider, a special interview series featuring experts and leaders in market research, consumer insights, and media intelligence. Joining me today is Amy Rahill. She is a manager of insights at Jiffy Lube, a division of Shell Lubricants. And Tom Anderson, he is the managing partner and CEO of Anderson Analytics. Thank you both for joining us today. Welcome to the Research Insider.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
You're presenting a very interesting case study at the market research event. It's received a lot of press in the media, actually. Can you tell us a little bit about it?
The data that is the subject of the study is from our customer satisfaction tracker. About 400,000 surveys each year completed by our customers. The data actually work very well at the local level for our franchisees because they receive the open ends, the commentaries, and they understand if there's a problem. But in aggregate, at the national level, we really were not using it to its full advantage. Mm-hmm. The case study revolves around the fact that Tom, with his assistants and his staff, we were able to marry our data, the CSAT data, with our CRM data on customer visits, and importantly our store revenue data, to tie it all together, multiplying our predictive capabilities and more importantly showing our stores what drives revenue.
Not that the NPS data with its comments, of course, in itself isn't very rich, but when you can tie it to actual behavior, as we did in this case, thanks to the CRM database and the sales, I mean, management obviously will take notice. For each 1% of customers who mentioned the E's specifically, there was a $14,000 added to the bottom line.
It's a big opportunity. It really is.
How about using text analytics? Are they difficult?
The OdinText platform is wonderful, and it's got really a myriad of applications, frankly. We also have reams of unstructured data, and it may be in the future that we'll explore it further in that regard. But I actually have a lot left to learn about my customer satisfaction data. I have more data than time. Yeah. This is a tool that helps me make the most of both.
Any recommendations you would have for people who are looking to implement a text analytics?
Well, I would certainly suggest that they follow up with Tom, Anderson Analytics, make contact, have a capabilities presentation. Clearly, it is because the software is very powerful and intuitive, it takes only 45 minutes to get it. As soon as I saw it, I was like, oh, that is so cool.
There seems to be so much effort put towards social media analytics and money. For instance, I mean, people on Twitter, 8% of the population, just 140 characters, whereas in this case, 400,000 customers that are answering the survey. A lot of companies aren't even bothering with an open end because they don't want to deal with the coding, versus your customers contacting you with complaints, suggestion, praise, and they are expecting you to listen.
And I've done surveys sometimes because there was one thing I wanted to tell someone, right. Make the light bulbs work in the rooms. Mm-hmm. And if they miss it, then you miss the between the lines context.
And if you were thinking about a next step?
Well, text analytics, it lends itself to predictive analytics, yeah. Exactly. The first step is exploration and tracking, and then there's predictive analytics, which was used in this case certainly. Now those results can be put back into the program, and the models created during this case can be put in real time and used in OdinText or used anywhere in the CRM database and so forth to predict. I mean, you could predict sales ahead of time based on what your customers are saying as they're coming in, but there's a lot of work to be done, and again, it's surprising that people avoid asking open ends in large, expensive trackers. It's in this day and age, it's amazing.
And worse, just let the data sit there.
I appreciate you both coming and sitting down with us today. This has been very, very interesting, and I want to congratulate both of you on the great work.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thanks.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, my pleasure. And that concludes this episode of the Research Insider. I'm Mark Dresner, and you've just heard the Insight Scoop.